He's already on his way to becoming a seasoned and champion Toastmaster. Mr. Wilson.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, thank you so many of you for showing up. When I looked at the picture there, I'm definitely thinking butterflies, and I have a little bit of that going on right now. So what is the point of an icebreaker? I'm supposed to introduce myself to you. A little bit difficult because when I started to do this, I basically made a biography of myself and started to read that out loud, and that was fairly boring. So then I realized, well, what would they want to hear? I tend to classify people in 4 groups. People that I don't like at all, people who I'm acquaintances with and that I say hi to, people that I'd like to grab a beer with, and then finally the 4th, my family, my good friends, and those sort of people. So generally I've found that how you break the ice, how you get to know them, affects what kind of relationship that's going to be. Sometimes that's good or bad. So I thought about a time, what was my most critical icebreaker, that meeting that really has affected the rest of my life so far. And it's at those times that you never expected. I'm a Navy surface warfare officer, that means a ship driver. After I graduated from the Naval Academy, I was stationed in San Diego. And on my first ship, we were underway pretty much every week, Monday to Friday. You know, the same group of guys on the ship, doing your job. I was a hard-charging ensign trying to get all my qualifications. And really on a Friday, all you want are 2 things. You want beer and to talk to a woman. So we pulled back in and I tried to do both of those things by going to the bars in Pacific Beach. Now you go out with your friends and sometimes they just bother you. They talk about work too much. They do one thing or the other. You've been around these guys all week and you just can't talk to them anymore. So I'm sitting there looking at the ambit of this entire bar thinking, I have got to talk to a girl. So luckily, in walked a young girl with her friend, and I thought, well, I'll check this out for a little bit. This might be a possibility. So I continue to have a beer, I hang out with my friends, and then finally I realized I'm going to go talk to this girl. She looks nice, you know, maybe I'll strike up a conversation. So as I'm walking over, I'm thinking, how am I going to break the ice? She's a cute girl. She seems to be having fun, smiling. What am I going to do? What am I going to say? So I basically walked over and said, hi, how you doing? She thought I was just trying to get past her to the bathroom. But I was really trying to hit on her. So she, no, it's fine. Like, no, really, hi, how you doing? So we talked for a couple minutes. She realized that I was actually interested in talking to her. But then the problem was she was with her friend and she didn't realize who I was trying to talk to here. It made it even worse is that this young lady at the bar wasn't drinking. So when I offered to buy the ladies a drink, I ended up buying her friend a drink, but I was really interested in her. A little bit difficult, and I realized if I'm going to have an icebreaker with my fellow Toastmasters, I can't just come up and say, hi, how you doing? Because that barely worked the first time. So luckily it did work. And 4 years later, we got married, and now I have to admit, your perspective kind of changes once you get married and everything, and where you scan the room. Now I'm scanning down the baby carriage, the infant seat that just left with the baby. I'm trying to see if it's a Graco or if it's a Chico or whatever it is. So the point of my speech really is life is good. I tried to make a biography and tell you all a story. Because when I think about icebreakers, the water is kind of a metaphor for your relationships with someone. When you don't know them, it's cold, it's ice. You have no interaction with them yet. Once you do know them a little bit better, but you might not like them, it's stormy. It's typhoon, tsunami, whatever. And then maybe, possibly, with your friends, your spouse, whoever, your water that was once ice will be that nice serene lake or that beautiful beach, however it is. So that's kind of what went into my mindset. So life is good. I thought of it more as a biography, but as I walk around campus and I think about things sometimes, I'm just amazed that life is good. I went to the Naval Academy. I remember my first year walking around there saying, how did I get into this place? How did they let me in? Wow, life is good. And ironically enough, last Saturday, I'm driving away from Costco in my '03 Accord with my wife saying, wow, life is good. You know, it's not the little stuff, it's just the living in Monterey, being able to come to Naval Postgraduate School, enjoying friends and family in the area. Another reason that I think my life is good is that I really enjoy my job. I'm a Navy surface warfare officer. They say a happy sailor is a bitching sailor, and you know, sailors definitely have a tendency to complain about a lot of things, but I really enjoy my job. I enjoy being a student here, but I'm looking forward to getting back on a ship and feel like I'm being productive again. So that's really it. That's me. I hope that I've at least warmed the ice a little bit. Hopefully I'm not in the stormy category. Maybe someday I'll get to know you all better. Thank you for letting me into your club. And I said one of my groups of people is those that I have a beer with, so let me know if you want to have a beer sometime. Mr. Toastmaster.